What up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sahela, and in a few days my mom and I will be flying to Italy to start meeting vendors and start planning my wedding in Tuscany. Since my last travel vlog, which was to Belize over a year ago, but honestly I haven't been anywhere since because me and Adam have just been working like crazy on the house. But I'm really excited to be heading to Europe. I haven't been there since the beginning of the pandemic, so this is my first time across the pond in a while, and you know, I'm really excited to obviously be planning my wedding. It's like 7 months out and I haven't met any of the vendors yet, so it's gonna be a jam-packed schedule, but the drama has already started.
Love that. Major drama. Spill the tea, sweetheart.
Because a couple weeks ago, I checked my passport and it was about 6 months out from being expired. So I decided to go and get it renewed, paid the expedited fee and everything. And then yesterday, I find out that CRA, which is our government agency that handles taxes and passports and all that stuff, is on strike.
You gotta be kidding me.
So I'm not even sure the passport office is open and we leave on Sunday.
Well, that's not good, is it?
Anyways, I'm going to be heading down to the passport office shortly to see if it's open and if I can get my passport, because if I can't, there's obviously no Italy trip and I won't be planning my wedding. So that would really suck. So wish me luck. Crisis averted. The pickup booths were the only thing open at the passport office, so by some stroke of good fortune, I was able to pick up my passport in time for my trip to Italy. My good fortune didn't end there though, because my mom, the queen that she is, surprised me with KLM business class tickets, and oh my god guys, I think it's my new favorite airline. Once in Rome, we checked into Hotel Ricci for the night. It's a small luxury hotel with only 8 rooms, but not even its cozy bed and chic decor could keep us from heading out to explore the city. Since we only had one day in Rome, we decided to get in as many sites on foot as we could, starting with the nearby Piazza Navona. One of my favorite photos of Adam and I was taken in Piazza Navona in 2017, so it felt so nice to be back. Aperol spritzes were had, followed by a quick peek inside Chiesa di Sant'Agnes. A visit to a very busy Trevi fountain was next, where I threw in a coin because who wouldn't want to keep this train of good fortune going? The last site we made it to before heading to dinner was the Spanish Steps, which I must say has changed a lot since I was last here in grade 12. Good morning! I'm up really early this morning because I cannot sleep. I am too excited. Yesterday my mom and I left Rome and made our way to Siena, where we grabbed our rental car and drove straight to the Abbey. San Galgano Abbey is an open-air, Gothic-style, 13th century monastery located just outside the Tuscan town of Monticiano, a 45-minute drive northwest of Siena. With cypress trees leading up to the main entrance, it's not only one of the dreamiest churches I have ever been to in my life, but it is also where Adam and I are planning to tie the knot. So after an hour of exploring the Abbey, we ended up making our way to the villa that we're going to be renting for the week and where we're going to be hosting our reception for the wedding. Located 8 kilometers from the Abbey and just outside the small town of Monticiano, Villa Podernovo is an 18th century Tuscan holiday villa with sprawling lawns, courtyards, and even a pool. Adam and I will be staying at Villa Podernovo for the duration of our time in Tuscany, as well as hosting all our wedding festivities here. We were getting here around like just before sunset, so I ended up having just enough light to take some videos, and I'm really happy that I ended up running around and doing it then, because this morning there's like this whole layer of fog covering the entire property, so I won't be getting many shots this morning. But I do have tons of meetings this morning. The first one is with Antonella. She's going to be handling all of our legal paperwork for the marriage. Then we're going to meet Diana. She is our wedding planner and she's also the owner of the villa. So we're just going to be walking around the property with her and talking about decorations and how we want everything set up. And then finally, we have a meeting with a florist this afternoon. So it's going to be a very busy morning. I'm very excited to get some wedding planning done and get some stuff under my belt and just feel a lot less anxious about how things are going to go or how we're going to plan it out. So I'm really excited. All 3 of my meetings were conducted at the villa, which made organization so much easier. Our wedding planner, Diana, helped translate any instructions or questions we had for the vendors, which made getting my vision across painless. It was honestly so nice to meet everyone in person and get to know them more intimately. It also made any anxiety I was feeling around planning my wedding just melt away. So Mom and I are feeling very accomplished after all of those meetings, and now we are heading to Montalcino. We're going to be visiting a family friend and staying there for a night and having dinner and then heading to Florence tomorrow. Okay, story time. When I was 5 years old, my mom rented a villa in Montalcino with her girlfriend. I have vivid memories of running around with my brother, eating peaches off trees and chasing the farmer's goat. It was literally the most magical summer of my life, and so when Adam and I went to Italy together in 2017, I had to take him here. It was where my love for Italy bloomed and a huge reason why we picked Tuscany as our wedding destination. My mom hadn't been back to Montalcino in 30 years, so when we started to plan this trip, I made sure to add a stop there to our itinerary. Mom and I are back in the car. We had such a nice time in Montalcino. Mom?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Mom hadn't been back in 30 years. And are you happy you went back?
I'm very happy. Very happy. It was great. We're coming back.
Yes, in September. But today we are heading to Florence. We have our tasting with the wedding caterers. So we're about 2 hours away. So we're just gonna head out early and get there before our 1 o'clock feast. Definitely the meeting I was most excited about. Our food tasting for the wedding was held just outside Florence at Roland's facility and showroom. After a few sips, things started to roll out quickly, including 5 different options for our signature cocktail. Once we tasted all the cocktails, we moved on to a selection of cold appetizers, a large charcuterie and cheese board, and other refreshing small dishes. Starting our first course. What do you think, Mom?
So good.
Yeah? Starting with the risotto. All the mains were delish. My only problem was that I was getting so full I barely had room for dessert. All right, on to our last course, and thank goodness, because I had to take my belt off. I was getting so stuffed. Mom wastes no time. Takes it. After the tasting was complete, my mom and I finalized the mise en place, and I was really happy we found something to fit our periwinkle blue theme. Oh my goodness, I woke up with the craziest hair this morning. My mom and I made it to Florence. We finished our tasting last night, and then, it wasn't last night, it was like 5 o'clock. We were there for like 6 hours, but we dropped off our rental car after and then checked into our hotel, and we were like so tired and stuffed. We decided just to stay in. We've been moving around so much lately. So I just washed my hair because it desperately needed it, and also because we are doing our hair and makeup trial today. So they're gonna be coming to the hotel and we're gonna be doing it here. And hopefully they can tame this crazy mane of mine. It was definitely during my hair and makeup trial that the gravity of this whole experience really began to hit me. The week leading up to this point had been go, go, go and a lot of moving around and meetings. It was only then when I got to take a break, breathe, and process that I began to realize how incredible of an experience this all was. I honestly had the best time planning my wedding in Italy with my mom, and I'm so grateful for this special time we got to spend together. Since it was our last night in Florence, my mom and I decided to grab a quick Sammy from a local favorite before walking around to see some sights. Florence was surprisingly packed despite it only being April, which made me super happy I had the foresight to book our dinner reservation weeks before our trip. Regina Bistecca is one of the best steak restaurants in Florence, and where my mom and I feasted on steak tartare, bone marrow, and of course their steak Florentine.